Coming up, I'll be talking about Disney closing 100 channels around the world, plus Launchpad trailers. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. So yesterday, Bob Chapek, who is the CEO of Walt Disney, took part in the JP Morgan Media and Communications Conference. And at this event, he did a Q&A about Disney, and there was a lot of stuff about Disney Plus, and there's a few things that I kind of want to jump into that he talked about. With the success of Disney Plus internationally, and they've still got lots more countries left to launch in, Disney are looking to close even more of their television networks. Now they're going to be closing around about 30 within like 2020. So we've already seen Disney channels close in the UK, and we've seen them in Australia. And Bob Chapek went on to say that there's over 100 channels being planned to be closed in 2021. Now it was also a bit vague in terms of if it's financial year 2021 or just 2021. Now we already know there's going to be a lot of channels closing. There's going to be 18 channels closing later this year in Southeast Asia, including Fox and Disney channels. Here in the UK as well, the Fox channel will be closing at the end of June. Now with all these channels closing, what they're doing is they're then pushing all of the content onto Disney Plus. But the question is, if they're going to be closing 100 channels, that still leaves a good 80 channels that we don't yet know about which are going to be closing. They've still got lots of other countries and areas that they need to launch Disney Plus in, including the whole of Africa, you got the Middle East, some Southeast Asian countries, and also in Eastern Europe. So still loads of countries. And even if they just launch in those and then shut down a few channels in each of them, it's going to be pretty much like what's happened here in the UK, where they've pretty much got no channels left by the end of next year, other than National Geographic. I think National Geographic might be the only ones that kind of still stick around for a little bit longer because things are a little bit more complicated with them. And also, older people tend to watch more National Geographic than like the Disney Channel. But I think we're going to just see more of this happening, just more around the world. They're just closing down networks. I wouldn't be at all surprised if some more channels close down in Latin America when they launch Star Plus at the end of August. They've already rebranded a load of channels. But I think you're going to see some more consolidation. So whether or not they close anything down in the US, I don't know. Things like they still seem to be kind of moving forward with everything they're doing there. But it wouldn't surprise me if like Disney XD or even maybe Freeform, those would be the ones I'd probably see could easily go first. But right now, it's just primarily going to be, I would imagine, international channels that'll be closing. During the same interview, Bob went on to say that they're about 2 years away from having the full flow of content arriving on Disney Plus. Now, right now, they've got all the production going all over the place with everyone working, but because of COVID, everything kind of got slowed down, and they weren't able to get everything in place. But now they've got all of 20th Century, and they've got ABC, and they've got all the different networks and studios making content. In about 2 years' time, we're going to really be seeing a lot more content arrive on Disney Plus, and they're pretty much looking to have one new original at least every week. Now, they're doing pretty well at the minute. You compare where we are right now in 2021 to where we were this time last year. Massive difference. I mean, we literally had like 2 or 3 series that were drama last year. We've kind of already had that this year. I mean, we got 4 going right now. That's quite a lot of stuff. And I think we're just going to continue to see more and more content arrive. Then obviously you've got the Star originals as well dropping internationally. I mean, here in the UK now on Fridays, we're close to nearly like 9 or 10 new originals dropping every single Friday, which is great, and we're going to see more of this going on. But it's still going to be a while before we see the full wave of everything arriving. Because I definitely feel like with Hulu, they've not really been going all in on what 20th Century and stuff are doing. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of content arriving. During that same event, Bob was talking about Premier Access and kind of the system that they're using with releasing movies in cinema. They pretty much at the minute just want flexibility. They want to see how things are going, make changes if they need to. I think they're really much looking at like the box office right now is not really 100%. They want to get people back, but they're also very much aware that the audience has changed. People want stuff quicker. They're not willing to wait months and months and months like they were before. And I think that was happening even before then. It's just now an excuse they've ripped up the old rules. I mean, when you think like back to 2019, when we had movies like Toy Story 4 and Aladdin, which took 6 to 8 months before they arrived on Disney Plus, they don't want that anymore. We're going to be looking at a much shorter window. I mean, they're going to be in cinemas for 45 days with like Free Guy and also Shang-Chi. but then they could end up doing things with Premier Access if that turns out to be really successful. They've got a number of movies coming up over the coming weeks ahead with Cruella, then we're going to have Black Widow, and then we're going to have Jungle Cruise. So they're going to get a lot more data, and if people are doing it, I can see it sticking around, but they're also just testing the waters, seeing what's going on. During that same conference, Bob also spoke about the success of Star internationally. It's really helping them reduce the amount of people that are unsubscribing. A lot of this was already pre-mentioned at the last quarterly results, but it's nice just to kind of hear a little bit more about this. And generally just Star being a success. It's done very well in terms of the price rise. They've not really seen too much of a change to that one there. But also they keep kind of touting the idea that at least 50% of people that are subscribed to Disney Plus are from households without children. And they seem to be kind of using this and going, well, it's not because a lot of people have been complaining about Disney Plus not having any content for adults, especially in the United States. If you take away Marvel and Star Wars, and if you take away National Geographic, there's literally very, very little left. Internationally, it's different with Star, but they keep kind of using that as like a way of saying, look, no, we still got parents. But if you take Star Wars and Marvel, if you haven't got that, that's definitely going to be an issue. And I also think like with churn, Star obviously helps with that, but having WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, then leading into Loki, less reasons to unsubscribe, like we had last year with The Mandalorian, where I'm surprised a lot of people wouldn't have unsubscribed at Christmas when The Mandalorian Season 1 ended, and they probably wouldn't have resubscribed until October, till the second season started. But we're not going to have so much of that with the Marvel fans. And finally, Disney has released the trailers for all the upcoming shorts that are part of the Launchpad program, which is coming to Disney Plus this Friday. Now, you find them all over on the official Walt Disney Studios channel. It's very interesting going in there and seeing how everyone is reacting to it. I'm not going to do a reaction because I've already seen them all. You'll find my review up on the website on Friday because there's an embargo. But the trailers definitely look a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments below which trailer you like the most. I'd love to see which one you're all excited for Friday. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships, and I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.